Hi guys, it's me, Professor RJ. Last time, I discussed about the occurrences of earthquake. So for today, I'm going to explain this particular topic. Any guess? Yup, it's continental drift theory. Some of you are quite familiar to this topic and some are not. So I will enhance your learnings about this topic. So what is continental drift theory? Continental drift describes one of the earliest ways geologists thought continents move over time. Alfred Wegener proposed that the continents were once united into a single supercontinent named Pangaea, meaning all Earth in ancient Greek. He suggested that Pangaea broke up a long ago and that the continents then moved to their current positions. He called his hypothesis continental drift. Scientists believe that Pangaea broke apart for the same reason that the plates are moving today. The movement is caused by the convection currents that roll over in the upper zone of the mantle. About 200 million years ago, Pangaea broke into two new continents, Laurasia and Gondwanaland. So who is Alfred Wegener? Alfred Wegener, in full Alfred Lothar Wegener, is a German meteorologist and geophysicist who formulated the first complete statement of the continental drift hypothesis. Wegener thought all the continents were once joined together in an arc continent before breaking up and drifting to their current positions. But geologists soundly denounced Wegener's theory of continental drift after he published the details in a 1915 book called The Origin of Continents and Oceans. Part of the opposition was because Wegener didn't have a good model to explain how the continents moved apart. Though most of Wegener's observations about fossils and rocks were correct, he was outlandishly wrong on a couple of key points. These are the 5 evidence to prove continental drift theory. First evidence is the puzzle pieces. The east coast of South America and the west coast of Africa seem to fit together like pieces of a jigsaw puzzle, and Wegener discovered their rock layers fit just as clearly. Second evidence is fossils. There are many examples of fossils found on separate continents and nowhere else, suggesting the continents were once joined. If continental drift had not occurred, the alternative explanations would be they swarmed to the other continent in breeding pairs to establish a second population. Third evidence is the rock evidence. Ancient fossils of the same species of extinct plants and animals are found in rocks of the same age but are on continents that are now widely separated. The fourth evidence is the glacial evidence. All of these continents show evidence of past glaciation. This evidence comes in the form of glacial striations. Glacial striations are left when large boulders are dragged beneath glaciers. As they drag along, they scratch the underlying surface, creating grooves parallel to the direction of travel of the glacier. The fifth and last evidence is the coal deposit. Wegener noted the unusual deposits of coal in the South Polar region. The fossils of tropical plants in the form of coal deposits were found in Antarctica. This leads to the theory that this landmass was previously much closer to the equator, where the climate is temperate and lush vegetation could flourish. Why is the study of plate tectonics is important to us humans? Well, because plate tectonics explains why and where earthquakes occur. This makes it possible to make predictions about earthquakes. Plate tectonics changes and challenges ideas about geology. This makes plate tectonics important to the study of geology. So before I end this discussion, let me tell you this one last thing. Plate tectonics affects humans in several important ways. What would Earth be like without plate tectonics? We'd have many fewer earthquakes and much less volcanism, fewer mountains and probably no deep sea trenches. In other words, the Earth would be a much different place. Thank you so much for listening to this Learning Earth Science with Professor RJ.